The Kremlin has announced that the date for the next round of direct peace talks with Ukraine will be set once both sides have reviewed exchanged draft memoranda and are ready to proceed. Kremlin spokesman Dmitry Peskov said that reviewing the exchanged draft memoranda will take some time, and the parties will agree on the dates for the next round of talks once they are ready. The Kremlin has confirmed that an explosion occurred on the Crimean bridge following an attack by Ukraine, but stated that the bridge sustained no damage and remains operational. Kremlin spokesman Dmitry Peskov condemned the attack, accusing Kiev of targeting civilian infrastructure, and said Russia is taking precautionary measures. Ukraine's SBU security service had claimed that it targeted the road and the rail sections of the bridge linking Russia to the annexed Crimean Peninsula using underwater explosives. Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky has announced their key changes to Ukraine's military leadership. Major General Mikhailo Drapetye, who offered to resign after a deadly Russian attack on a training area, has been appointed commander of joint forces to focus fully on combat operations. An unnamed commander will now lead the land forces. Zelensky also approved Ole Apostol as commander of the airborne assault forces and Robert Brovdi as commander of the unmanned systems forces. Other appointments included a deputy commander of the Eastern Operational Command and a deputy chief of the General Staff. Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky has met IAEA Chief Rafael Grossi to address security risks at the Russian-occupied Zaporizhzhia nuclear plant. Zelensky called Russia's plans to restart the plant without Ukraine absurd and dangerous. Grossi said the plant cannot be restarted currently due to a lack of cooling water and stable power, noting water would need to be pumped from the Dnipro River. The plant has been under Russian control since March 2022. White House spokeswoman Caroline Leavitt has confirmed that U.S. President Donald Trump was not informed in advance about Ukraine's recent drone attacks on Russian targets. Ukraine launched 117 drones on Sunday, June 1st, in an operation called Spider's Web, targeting Russian long-range nuclear-capable bombers at airfields in Siberia and the far north.
Was President Trump informed in advance by Ukraine that the
Andriy Yermak, President Zelensky's chief of staff, has visited Washington to meet U.S. envoy Keith Kellogg. The delegation discussed defense support, sanctions against Russia, and a minerals deal benefiting Ukraine's reconstruction. The visit followed a stalled second round of peace talks with Moscow. Zelensky has urged the U.S. to increase sanctions if Russia delays progress. Russia's army has announced it captured the village of Kindrakivka in Ukraine's Sumy region, continuing its push to create a buffer zone inside Ukrainian territory. Kindritkva lies about 3 kilometers from the Russian border, according to the Russian Defense Ministry's Telegram statement. This follows Moscow's renewed offensive after regaining control of Russia's western Kursk region in April. Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky warned last month that Russia is amassing around 50,000 troops for a new offensive near Sumy, the regional capital, which has faced increased aerial attacks amid recent Russian advances. Russian forces attacked Kharkiv with two missiles and 9 drones, injuring 1 civilian, causing fires. According to Mayor Ihor Terkhov's statement on Telegram, All but one of the missiles and drones hit their intended targets. Firefighters responded to a blaze at a civilian enterprise where a 30-year-old man was wounded. Additionally, one private house was destroyed by fire.